Hello there, I'm Straw Hat Lucas, helmsman of the Last Ark, and welcome to the News Coup chapter review. And sometimes I forget that I'm blonde. Who's that guy? It's me, okay. This week, the chapter began with not only a beautiful cover spread of the East Blue 5 in promotion for the live-action chapter, but also a Shonen Jump cover of Monkey D. Luffy with the actor who is playing Monkey D. Luffy. Crazy times we live in. Now, let's get into outing number 1088, the final lesson. We open up at the beginning of the chapter with Koby and Helmeppo's training with Garp, where we see Garp asking them if they were on a dangerous island with a boat that could only hold 2 people and there was an old man, a baby, and you, who would you leave behind? Now, Koby foolishly answers he would let both the old man and baby into the boat and leave himself behind, which results in Garp throwing a bottle at his head, which is exactly the same way my father used to punish me. The correct answer, though, is to leave the old man behind so you can safeguard the future. And I too would leave that old man behind. And the baby, because it's every man for himself out there. We then cut to a few weeks ago in the present timeline at the island of Amazon Lily, where we get a better view at how things played out between Blackbeard and Koby. Here we find out that Koby willingly gave himself up to the Blackbeard pirates in exchange for the Marines that Blackbeard had captured, which is wild, because I would give myself willingly to Blackbeard for free. Finally, we find ourselves back on Hachinoso, where we pick up right at the cliffhanger from last week's reports. Pizarro is extending that creepy island arm out in an effort to crush the Marine ship with all the slaves and freed captives on it as they prepare to abandon ship. We pick back up with Garp on his back, which if I saw Garp, I would be the one on my back, as he tells Groose, Koby, and Helmeppo he will give them an opening so they can take Pizarro out, instructing Koby to go for his hand, Groose to catch the debris, and Helmeppo to make sure no one gets in their way. Also, how the hell did Helmeppo become a lieutenant commander? I'm still waiting to see any feat at all from him. Garp here delivers my favorite line from the chapter, actually, and it was, "Never second guess yourself in the heat of the moment." And with that, Groose, Koby, and Helmeppo make a run for the ship and Pizarro. Also, I love Groose asking Koby if he has, explosives or anything on him, and Koby just nonchalantly be like, "Nah, I'll figure something out." And Groose is like, "The hell do you mean you'll figure something out? Like, what?" Here it is, the moment I've been waiting for a long time. A pirate fires a cannonball at Koby, and Helmeppo uses his blades to stop it, proving once and for all that he has the color of kings. Conqueror's hockey confirmed. As Groose and Koby continue to run, Garp stands once more to face Kuzan. Kuzan tries to keep his cool demeanor and stiffly says he was beginning to worry about his former mentor, only for Garp to respond, "That proves you're still soft." Just as Garp says this, he launches himself through Kuzan and over the pirates of Hachinoso, delivering a new named attack, Galaxy Divide, onto Pizarro, and quite literally splits this man's wig. Pizarro tries to piece himself together, literally, calling Garp an old dog and saying that the attack pissed me off, which just made me lose it uncontrollably when I initially read it. As Garp lingers in the air, we cut back to a conversation between him and Helmeppo that took place when he and Koby first began training with Garp. Helmeppo goes on to explain that after going through Garp's rigorous training every single day, Koby spends hours punching the battleship bags. He does it every single day. We then flash cut to Koby, positioned right in front of Pizarro's hand, as Pizarro remarks that Koby is but an ant to him. Koby cuts his fist in armament hockey and unleashes the first named attack we get from him, the Honesty Impact, tearing not only Pizarro's hand and arm to shreds, but his island skull as well, neutralizing Pizarro in the process entire. Koby has finally shown why he earned the title Hero of the Marines. Garp laughs, Helmeppo is bewildered, and Koby begins to fall towards the sea. Groose casts an amazing feat called Clay Web to stop the debris from crushing the ship as Helmeppo launches himself to Koby's level to catch him and deliver him safely to the ship. The Marines begin to celebrate Koby's victory, saying they only need to retrieve Garp and flee. That's when Garp calls them to tell them to withdraw. Koby panics, but Garp reminds them that their mission was to get Koby, and it is completed, as we see that Kuzan has impaled Garp through the chest with a giant ice spear, pinning him to the ground. Garp smiles as he begins to freeze, reminding Kobe, Groose, and Helmeppo that they are the future of the Marines. But wait, there's more! The final piece of this report, we see a siege approaching Egghead Island, and our narrating reporter tells us that the Egghead incident is the Emperor Straw Hat Luffy facing this siege on the island of the future. Whew! Jesus Christ, this chapter was insane. But before I give you my thoughts, let's check in with Fritz, as he has just finished his coverage of Marineford. Fritz?
My cruise ship was hijacked by pirates, and somehow I ended up at Marineford on my vacation. I don't know what's going on, but people are dropping like fries left and right.
That's wonderful, Fritz. I'm really glad you're enjoying your vacation. Alright, so, once again, I'm going to start breaking character for these things. I'm not even going to lie. My thoughts on this chapter are just... whew. MVP, clearly Kobe. The fact that we've already seen that he has observation hockey thanks to the events of Marineford, but now to see that he also has armament coding, my boy's getting blown up, and he's no longer a fraud in my eyes. This dude actually knows what he is doing. The Honesty impact was insane too. The fact that it just shot a straight beam of power through Pizarro's arm and through his head was nuts. He knocked that man out and took out his Devil Fruit at the same time. It was wild. Couldn't believe that. Now, the big question from this chapter is clearly, is Garp dead? No, I don't think he is. I think this is a Soul situation where he probably used the ice time capsule on Garp to freeze him, because I still can't believe that Kuzan is completely 100% an evil entity in the story, even if he is the 10th Titanic captain. And really, all I'm excited for is to get back to Egghead, and especially now that we know that there's a siege coming, and that's what the incident on Egghead Island is. Now, let's dive into every member of the Last Ark's thoughts on Chapter 1088. Let's start with No Chill Dill. And let's cut to Dill with the weather. What's it looking like, Dill? It's gonna hail? No, thank you, Dill. Why am I saying Dill like that anyway? It's Dill, not Deal. Alright, let's move on to Din Din Cushy, who says, Kobe was weak, now Kobe's not. Garp is actually monster level and could probably solo most people on the planet. Prince Groose is now the future of the Marines and still my hero. Oda redeemed Helmeppo by blowing him up. Oh god, Din, come on now, man. That's true though, I hate Helmeppo. Garp is probably a better swimmer than Rayleigh. Tashigi is completely meh, I agree. Kizaru is such a cool guy. Garp kills everyone, escapes to Laugh-Tale. Thanks. Also, you said Kizaru. That is the wrong admiral, my guy. It is Kuzan or Aokiji. Corrections in the video. Ha 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 ha. Next, let's move on to Vexus the Lurking Legend, one of our mods of the Discord, which you can join if you look in the description below. Not enough Helmeppo, but I'm here for the Kobe flex. What is up with him and Helmeppo, guys? Rip Pizarro, who got his teeth knocked in. Add him to the list of characters who are missing arms, and haven't lived up to their hype or potential. What the F do they mean siege barricade incident at Egghead? I'm so happy we're finally pivoting back to the Straw Hats. I don't give about a break next week. If Oda wants to release one panel a month, I'll be here for it. The flashbacks have been top tier, and I agree with that. 100% Vex. Like that, in recent chapters, and I can wait to see them animated. Where the fuck is Bogard right now? And if you notice, I included the F word there, because where is he? Where's Bogard? We all need Bogard. Come on. Oda, you madman. Stop teasing us and give us Bogard. If Kobe could do that, then how was he stuck in prison / shackles? What is that shit made out of? Poneglyphs? Then we have Fritz the Ditz's thoughts on this chapter, where he says, why the hell did you make me read this? I have no idea who a lot of these characters are, except Garp, Kobe, that ice guy, and Helmeppo, I think is his name? I'm in Marineford. Stop trying to spoil me. Fair point, Fritz. Fair point. Keb, our mod of all mods at the Last Ark Discord, which once again you can join in the description below, says, Ice Time Capsule 2.0. Thank you, Oda. Very cool. And Cube of the Red Sea says, finally, I'm vindicated. I've been saying that Kobe was training extra hard. Kobe is a conqueror. Let's go Usopp. What? I'm sure that this is what we needed before getting the God Valley incident reveal. And I agree. And if you did not know, we have a new video from Cube on this channel that you need to go watch. It's a very spicy theory that there's some confirmation of in this chapter. Next, the longest report is from our new member, Nico. In this new chapter, we have witnessed the blossoming of hard work and dedication on top of pure honesty and kindness. Through Oda's masterful use of flashbacks, we were taken on a roller coaster of emotions, deepening the relationship between Koby and Garp. What Koby went through, Garp's unwavering faith towards the limitless potential of youth and the future of the Marines. Koby using the ships as a sandbag, indicating that he will follow Garp's footsteps through and through. It's also funny because we've never seen Koby wield a weapon, so his fighting style was always strange to me. I guess this chapter solidified it. He will be the One Punch Man by the end of the series, I agree, inheriting Garp's fighting style. Oof, Nico getting spicy, I love it. We've also seen the Blackbeard pirates gang up on somebody yet again. I'm having a hard time liking this group of people at the moment. There's not much stuff I've seen that's even impressive strategy-wise. Or lore-wise. I'm waiting to hear why Blackbeard does specific things and his objectives, because right now, he and his crew honestly feel a little bit dull for me. I disagree, but I can see his point entirely. I guess we got Aokiji fleshed out a bit this chapter, but again, I feel like he will not stick with the Blackbeard pirates till the end. Also agree. He must have some specific thing that he wants to accomplish, and if he will remain in the crew, it's all good. Because maybe it will be yet another reason for Yamato to join the crew, putting ice against ice in a potential cold 1v1 between two monsters. I had never even thought about that matchup, but that would be perfect. The last panel of this chapter is really interesting because we can't see Aokiji's face, and I feel like that's tied to the mystery as to why he was frozen and not killed straight away, as well as Aokiji's dream possibly, further down the line. And last, but certainly not least, we have the one, the only, 3-day trip. Gotta love the intensity of this chapter. Garp fighting off the enemy for future generations, and Koby learning that he is in fact not a total wuss along with everyone else. I also felt like, other than Garp and Kuzan, that Pizarro was the most menacing until he finished each sentence with a cute little meow. I still believe this all parallels Marineford, just like how they used Oars Jr.'s body and outstretched arm to escape into the plaza to rescue Ace, Helmeppo, yes, even though he's still alive, Groose and Koby used Pizarro's body and outstretched arm to escape Beehive Island and save everyone on the battleship. Although Perona is still unaccounted for, maybe we can ask her voice actor on her current situation. Straw Hat Lucas? Hada hada, hada hada, hada hada hada. And that's why I'm as short as I am.
In today's episode of News Coup, we'd like to remind you that everyone who died in Marineford deserved it that day.